I'm gonna keep screwing it up. EXO, you're EXO for me from now on, all right? EXO, I appreciate
Exo's
you.
nice with it. He's an amazing Brawlhalla player. I was in the lobby with him like 5 seconds ago, being like, bro, I'd play you right now, but I got to cast this tournament. And here we are, say less, as we head right into winners finals.
Wait,
Zane
what?
versus WebbJP. Yeah, you got schmixed, I guess.
All right, you know what? I've been pretty good about it throughout the day so far, so I'm all okay with holding an L because we haven't had like Amaryllis switching up characters on us last second. So we got the Terry instead versus the ZSS. Very different concept of a matchup, much more brawler-esque. Differences though, Terry's got to work around the wall that is these Zares and the back and the side Bs to get in.
Yeah, I'm like, man, when was the last time I saw Terry, dude? That's this is like bringing me back, dude. I feel like this is the good old days. Quarantine really do hit different. I haven't seen Smash, played at a top level in a minute. But all right, I mean, what's this guy's name? I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so this must be Zane, right? Zane is the Terry.
Yeah, Zane is the Terry. That's the one I anticipated to be the Duck Hunt. Extremely talented Duck Hunt. But even so, this is where things can get out of hand. When you happen to just give up laggy options like that in front of ZSS, in front of Terry with a go meter, you can just straight up explode. So if you're Webb, hold down that defensive gameplay, stay back, and avoid all of these flip kicks as much as possible, because that go meter can just explode your stock.
Oh, careful. Oh, there we go. No, misses the Buster Wolf. That's going to be a pretty sad drop if you're Eco there, but just does another one, almost KOs, and is probably going to throw out one or two more to try and get the KO. So if I'm Webb here, I'm kind of sweating a little bit.
Oh my god, getting up off the ledge, too.
Every Terry's going to do that. Every single one.
Yeah, all of them putting it right there. It covers so much. Like outside of an instant buffered roll, you're pretty much not avoiding that. So that was a really good call on Zane's part. Just putting that out. You cover flip kick, you cover jump, you cover like holding on ledge long. And if that connected, that would have been a spike. Taking an 18% stock. But Cage is gonna take it out with the boost game.
Okay, I was getting a little scared there because Zane hadn't been touched for a while. Like he was running around with that like 117-ish% for I want to say like a good 30 some odd seconds. It looked like there was just a very tough time, but now it looks like Webb is having an easier time finding ways in, trying to throw out those airs, dash attack, the same old ZSS stuff. But hold on, Zane looked like he got the sauce right now.
Yeah, Zane definitely picked up like quite a bit, recognizing, almost getting the read there too with actually I can't remember, but just trying to go the neutral B.
Oh, the neutral B. Gosh, power wave. There you go.
Oh yeah, trying to go for the aerial power wave to get Webb on the jump. And I like that right there too. So many people on the low end will go for a jab power dunk. The true way to go is to cash out with the up B, especially the invincible one, if you happen to screw it up, because if Webb tries to attack at a disadvantage there, he's getting clipped. So that was a really good call. This should be the stock though. There it is, evening it right back up.
Alright, so now I'm curious to see, I like the use of the flip kick during the invulnerability period to kind of space yourself away from the Terry, but it looks like Zane was able to find a way in anyway. Let's see if we can get a quick low percent combo here. Terry can actually do quite a bit of damage. There we go, just one hit into the immediate man, what's that punch called? Man, I'm out of the game. I'm out of the game, dude. What's that called?
It's a side B and it hurts. But one of the things that you got to worry about too is Zane has just been the king of playing from behind. Like anytime Zane has had a stock or a percent deficit, he just turns up. We saw it against Mousetrap before, and we're seeing it here against Webb too. Like it's even percent now. But the start of this game was all in Webb's favor, and it looked like the Terry was a mistake, which was answered immediately. So Zane, if he's able to get a game right here and forces the early counter picks to start happening in his favor against Webb, maybe switching characters off, might be able to do pretty well here.
Oh, missed the Buster Wolf there. Needs to get off. Wow, actually just kind of rolled twice from the ledge, and there was no reaction there from Webb. Zane looking for that hit there, looking for the power knuckle. No, guess the dunk is not enough.
Hey, there you go. For it there too. Again, Power Geyser will stop you. And that time right there, not going for the power dunk, going for the up B, recognizing the situation was more beneficial for that. And Zane actually taking game one with the surprise Terry.
Well, there you go, man. Weird matchups will get people, right? Because that's not a pick that I don't think you were expecting. We weren't really expecting. Terry came out and was able to collect. So
Yeah, and like one of the things that ZSS is gonna succeed in that matchup is offstage gameplay against the weak recovery of Terry, and the reversal of those edge guards from Zane were just on point. Like Zane would recover high early, put out hitboxes on recovery to really shut down Webb before Webb really got out there. So that kind of really screwed up Webb. I think probably I don't know if Webb was anticipating Terry going into that game. I don't think that any of us were, but probably. In my opinion, I think we see a switch to Lucas depending on stage. If we switch off PS2, I think we see a switch. If we don't, I could see this run right back with the ZSS because it was still a very even game. PS2 is still a very good stage for ZSS in that matchup, and that's exactly what we're going to see here.
All right, let's see how game 2 rolls around and kind of see, hopefully, if we're going to see the adaptation. Because I actually do think that, I mean, towards the beginning of that first game, it was going pretty heavily in the favor of Webb. Then Zane was kind of able to clean it up, had a little bit of a lead. Webb started giving an answer back, and then towards the end, it really was anyone's game. So in this game 2, we're right back on the same stage. No variables there. We're going to see if we can get the adjustments from Webb to come out with a win here.
Yeah, the key factor for ZSS in this matchup is air-to-airs and disengage. As we're seeing, short hop fairs, back off Terry, but when you realize that you're going to be up against the Terry, doesn't matter if you have that frame 1 jab, you're still in a much better position for the Terry. So you go back, you go for those airs, you go for the side Bs like so, looking for the edge trap, and make sure you close out your plate when you can, because now that we're at this point, you have to be very scared and respect Zane. Unfortunately for Zane, though, going bit too low under stage, and it's gonna end up costing him a stop.
Okay, there we go. I like this. Tries to get that damage. Doesn't complete the string there. A little bit of pressure gets. Wow, where's your punish, man? He gave you that for free. A boost kick to the platform. It almost like he got caught up trying to figure out what punish you wanted to go for.
Yeah, it happens. Like you get stuck in a scramble situation. It's like, dip. Like it's sometimes better. Like if you're not confident enough in the option, don't do it. Also, I don't normally hate a character for anything. I do not like the fact though that not only you're able to put those jabs out and get that kill like that at the ledge, but the fact that Terry could just run backwards and still constantly stare at you without ever losing like a defensive advantage drives me nuts. I hate that about Terry and the Shotos because they just always look at you and you have to respect them the whole time on landing.
I know. It's like, man, where's my left-right mix-up, bro? But, you know, it's that 2D fighter in them. They got to auto-correct.
Here we go. Often in this, you can just hear Kaz just drop a quick good men. But not right there.
Good men.
Good men get sent flying. ZSS is going to close that stock out. Good job by Webb. Still holding a very comfortable lead here. This is exactly what you need. You not necessarily need a camp, but you need to play on defense. Good retreat, good catch with that jab too before the landing, get that extra damage.
Okay, we got a little bit of scoop here. Like the falling back air off the platform from Webb, trying to get that pressure. I love the grab there.
Yeah, wow, I actually like the fact that Webb's going in now while you're at 49%. It's a potential kill percent on last stock because you can afford trades now. This is the window of opportunity you have to be willing to like just trade with Terry as much as possible because you might be able to snipe out one of those boost kicks on shield. So you can see here he's willing to push the initiative now because Zane's on the back foot.
And at this point, I mean, Zane is so close to having the go meter. If you can make it back, oh wow. No way. Okay,
that's in a weird angle there, but doesn't matter though. That's that weak recovery we were talking about on Terry that ZSS is going to exploit when available. So you have to guess basically on recovery, and Webb could have just followed him all the way down to the blast zone with the stock. So good job. After that game 1, that was like looking really good for Zane, but nice job on Webb not letting that get to his head and just evening it back up. Same stage and same character.
Okay, game 3. I feel like, I don't know, man, that the Terry, you're gonna go switch it out because I don't know if you can get another game with that Terry. Like game 1 seemed like I got the surprise factor. Game 2, not quite so much. I mean, there's some adjustments that can be made for sure, but I feel like, you know, you got other characters for this. You know, you got the one and done. Even after that, game 1 might have been time to switch. We'll see.
Yeah,
the duck hunt is out.
You got that time to work with it. You got that time to make the choices. Obviously Zane went in there for a reason with that character to try and figure something out. It worked at the start, but like you said, like you got that one and done. And once that surprise factor is gone, how do you replicate? Now you have not only character counter pick advantage, but you also have stage counter pick advantage because you got that early game. So now it's gonna be, do you force Webb to switch off into a matchup you didn't like, and does the duck count work out better for you in terms of fighting the Lucas? So we'll see.
Let's see. All right, there we go. The can, set that up, throw out some men, you know, the shooters outside. Almost got that conversion to the can there. That would have been a good chunk of damage. But of course, you know, with the can being what it is, it's going to stale out pretty quickly. So not expecting that to kill anytime soon, but I mean, so far, Zane's doing a pretty good job of boxing him out, has a very slight damage lead percent-wise, and just keeps setting up the traps. You can see, granted, Webb is playing one of the best characters for kind of getting around the stage and all of these traps, right? You got the down B to kind of avoid everything, you got jumps, you got quick speed, you have a frame one jab, you finally do get in close. But, I mean, I gotta say, Webb's doing a good job of making him earn it.
Yeah, Duck Hunt has boys on the block, always to cover your back, and Meryl Steeler coming in with the bits on the block, dropping an extra 20 bits to the stream for Collision Smash. We appreciate you dropping the 20 bits. We see you in chat. Also, great coverage once again by Zane. I think a big part of why we saw the pick early on to Terry might have been so you can force Baby to stay onto ZSS. Like, obviously, the ZSS has been very good for Webb. Webb has been adjusting, and like you said a second ago, one of the best zone-breaking characters in the game. One of the best toolkits of shutting that down so well. But also, when you're a stock behind like this, you can only afford to take so many trades against your favor, and you really have to watch out for counter ledge trap play, apparently, because the can coming back in and shutting down the ledge trap Webb is going for there.
Okay, and wow, I mean, we're going to see how long Zane can hang on to this stock. I think the side B may have hit the can back in the Webb there or something like that. Oh, cheeky. Didn't quite work out, though. Nice ledge guard coming out from Webb, which I think he got a Sayer there. Yeah, it was like a drop-off double jump Sayer.
Yeah, it was a drop-off double jump Sayer, and like it worked exactly.
Oh yeah, I said Sayer, bro. Oh my god, I've been playing too much Brawlhalla.
It's all good. It was a really good attempt at recovering for Zane. He had the gunman in the way, had to be reverse canceled cans. But if you're ZSS, you also have the ability to stay out there for quite a bit too, so you're going to be able to dance around that. But Zane doing, once again, just kind of what Zane has been so successful at, holding down center stage, pretty much fighting from center stage without having to commit to anything, and just being able to control the gameplay because of it.
Damage still slightly in Zane's favor here, and man, Webb is able to go so deep because this is where Duck Hunt is vulnerable, catches the high recovery with the back air, and honestly, if you're Zane there, you don't really got much you can mix up with, right? You're just kind of like, man.
Like the first option you had was the can recovering low and hoping that ZSS got hit, and then after that, you're pretty much wow, my ankles got snapped. We all got hit. Like,
yeah.
I don't know how anybody gets by that setup right there. Luckily for Webb, not gonna die to it, but still very stressful, scary spot right there. You have to be careful because you see Webb Zane's looking for the short hop up airs, trying to read a short hop out of Webb and hopefully snipe a stop.
And Webb's just like, all right, I got the lead, which means I gotta kind of force, you know, Zane to approach me. But granted, I mean, this is Duck Hunt, so like, do I really though? And there we go. I mean, finally gets that up air that you were talking about, kind of sniping him out the skies to bring it back to even. And this is where it becomes a little bit easier for Zane. Zane should have a pretty decent time racking up damage. Duck Hunt does have some solid throw combos at low percent. But then once it starts getting to the higher damage ranges is where you kind of start hurting a little bit.
Yeah, because that's usually the window where you're controlling people's movement, and that's so hard to do against ZSS. You're trying to get people to follow you in a linear way, and you just have to accept that ZSS has the ability to full hop around that and flip shift around that, so you have to be careful. Like so, you saw Webb was looking for it right there to hopefully get a grounded hit. But luckily Zane able to avoid it, gotta set up shop once again, looking for some solid damage with that short hop up air. That could have led to a follow-up reset on that platform. Some missed damage on table, but still Zane still holding all of a sudden the percent lead.
Yeah, Zane's really really earning it, man. He's going one hit, backing off, one hit, backing off. And we see sometimes off of these cans, we'll see Zane run in and try to get a follow-up, but just isn't quite able to get there in time. Wow, parried the first hit of that plasma whip, but that got a lot more hits than one. Oh, that's going to be scary. Yeah, if Zane gets off stage at any point now, it's going to be danger territory because a back air could pretty easily get the KO if it's in the right spot.
Yeah, you have to be careful because of that exact option right there. You have to worry about if you roll on, do they B reverse cancel that side B? Do I have to worry about if they drop something like that? So like the jump read is there with the back there, like you said, and the side Bs. So it's scary. But once again, like Zane has just been the king of playing from behind. Like we saw what looked like a better spot for Webb. And oh, there you go. Gonna get the grab. Do you read the jump? Nope. Gonna put the gunman in the way. Smart call by Zane. What's the option here? Though gonna look for the side B, but the roll just out of position to cover that. And Zane somehow still holding on in this match. Oh, that's it. Gonna get the anti-air up air, looking for the second jump. Good job. You put out the first one, make it look like you don't, you committed fully. Nothing's gonna happen, and then you bait the jump out of Webb again, and that worked out. Going up 2-1. These matches have been so close so far.
And the great thing about that up air as well is that on Webb's side, Webb already used flip kick to kind of drift over to the right side, and I don't even think he landed on the platform when he did that jump, right? So I don't know if he had the flip kick again. I could be wrong, but that's what it looked like at a glance. So it's one of those things where either way his awareness was there to say, all right, either you get hit here or you air dodge, which is, against ZSS, that's a nice thing to be able to do. Most characters, yeah, you get hit or you air dodge, okay, but ZSS is always like, get hit, you air dodge, or you down B. So it's nice to take that option off the table at times.
Yeah, that was really good option coverage by Zane. That's just really just been the theme of the bracket, and really, the toolkit to Duck Hunt 2 is option coverage and consistently controlling that space. But the fact that Zane was able to hunt down the movement of a very well-versed ZSS, that's not easy to do. So we're going to be seeing it run right back to PS2. I don't disagree with this whatsoever. The stage wasn't really the issue. It was just that Zane had a lot of really good calls at the end. And Webb kept it even the entire time. Like, it's not like Webb wasn't doing well in that match either. It's just really in just these situations right here. Like, what is your safe way to get in without taking too much?
Yeah, I mean, look at Zane. Just try to do something to neutral here. I mean, Webb put him in the corner so quick, setting up paralyzers, throwing out the plasma whips. The can is there in the back. It is applying a little bit of pressure, but when he has Zane in the corner like that, there's just so much wiggle room to kind of ignore it that it doesn't even matter. I mean, even here, chase him around the stage if you want. But you see that, and then you look at the damage, and you're like, wow, I could have sworn Webb was hitting him a lot. And then you look at the damage, and you're like, wow, I guess not.
Yeah, like some of the worst characters to ever fight in the game are the ones that make you go, how did I get here? Like, at what point did I get to this 86%, and how did they achieve it? Because I thought I was doing fine on defense. I thought I was doing good. And you just consistently get boxed out by these hits, and it just slowly annoys you more and more and more. And really, that the body being in the way, the body block, that taser shot, so good for reverse ledge stop recoveries. Gonna get called by the back there as well. What do you do here? Good job putting that can in the way.
That was almost a nice coverage there coming out from Webb. Smacked away the can and then did the boost kick to try to catch Duck Hunt on the way up, which is a tad bit too slow. But now we're at that point where, okay, Webb does have a little bit of a damage deficit. See, every time Webb lands a hit there, ends up trading with the can, which is not beneficial. But now we're getting to the point where percents don't really matter too much. It's more about finding that KO, finding that last hit. Duck Hunt isn't exactly the heaviest character. That up smash, the can,
I was gonna say the can came in so clutch right there, actually getting just canceling up the knockback and allowing Zane to stay alive just a little bit longer. I like the idea that Zane actually didn't go looking for any short hop bears or something there. A lot of people will look for that in that spot because you assume somebody's gonna jump there. Instead, just set up, just put the can in the way, wait for them to jump at you, possibly dive to it, or maybe they roll in and you get the coverage. So. Oh my god. Alright, that's an interaction that actually happens quite a bit with these, and I love the fact that pretty much every time that happens, everybody will always reset and go for a double taunt. So good job by the can to get a double KO while really showing his stuff here in the matchup.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's working out pretty well here. Neutral air comes down. Throws out one of the honchos. Ain't going to do much, though. And the damage is roughly even here. Now, we do see that Zane does have control of the center a little bit, but the moment he gives up an inch, you can see Webb immediately defaults, jumping around those platforms, saying, listen, this is my jungle gym, this is the area and the space that I control. And then the moment he gets Zane in the corner, man, Zane really has to fight to get, oh no, okay, that was scary. That could have been a big no-no.
I said right now, Zane trying to say these bars belong to me and almost getting some assistance there. And once again, the double trade off, but that time not going to work out in the favor of Zane. And unfortunately, the positioning a little bit more in favor of Webb. And if you're Webb, you got to feel good about that because any little bit you can get to get that extra damage and hopefully get some early percent on this next stock is going to be so important.
Okay, yeah, that can's just kind of occupying the left side. You can see Zane goes ahead and makes it fall off the ledge so we can get that resource again because it wasn't really occupying any space there just because Webb was on the other side of the stage. And there we go. I think that was, what, a shot into the TNT right there. I think the gunman might have popped that one forward.
Yeah, just like I think it was the gunman forced Webb to stay in place, but a whiffed attack in a really wrong spot, working out for Zane. And again, I'm just constantly impressed by Zane's ability to continue to go for strings, looking for a potential reset there, maybe looking for a roll in underneath the platform, go for drop down air. Either way, just Zane's ability to just refuse to let any deficit ever stop him from regaining positioning in the game has been incredible. And now up 2-1 at 111. Webb has to be very careful for pretty much every one of these straight hits. Looking for the short hop up there, but not going to get the hit. This is so stressful right now. Could be the end of the winner's side run for WebbJP if he's not if he can't find his kill.
Okay. Oh no. That's not it. That's not it. Got stuck under Pokemon Stadium. I mean, it happens to the best of us. You know, you're trying to get back, you can't. Oh, that makes it 2-2, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. That's. I mean, it is what it is. Like, unfortunately, I was just looking at the replay. Zane accidentally jumped into the bottom of the platform, and that forced Duck Hunt left. Before we went right. Now, he could have also been trying to anticipate maybe a drop-off back air from Webb if I'm looking really into it. But either way, leads to an SD. That's an unfortunate SD for sure, because now you're playing in a Game 5 where you were very close to just getting yourself into grands. Good thing, though, I will say, obviously, you know, you don't want to lose that game there. But Zane's mentality has been so good from being behind that I don't think we see too much of a change in gameplay. But that is a huge momentum boost for Webb because, like, oh, I'm still in it. Let's go.
Okay. Let's see. How we go. Game 5. Not looking too bad to start for Webb. But now we see Zane manages to get one hit in there with the can. Throwing that clay pigeon. I actually want to see a little bit more of that clay pigeon. We saw how much damage he was able to rack up in that last game off of like 1 or 2 conversions with that clay pigeon, but it seems like the setup must be pretty particular, so you don't want to get punched. And there we go, clay pigeon in a forward air. That's what I'd like to see. Pushing Webb into the corner and now setting up for the sledge trap. Ah, man, the down is so good.
Just control all the space. Right after you pointed it out, that not only have the cans been controlling space, but more of these clay pigeons have just been so on point. Just consistently, every time Webb is trying to short hop, just getting hit by it, and now at 105 for it.
Oh, there we go.
You know, I like that. Oh! Ooh. Very Pac-Man-esque setup right there. Oh my god, the option coverage. What do you go for there? Trying to get your way around, stuck at the ledge. And getting covered, forcing the jump. Zane waited and waited and waited and knew eventually Webb was going to jump into a position, waste that air dodge, and that led to the up air. That, my god, that was so good. I don't really have any words for it, just how well Zane was able to control the movement of Webb a second ago.
Nice. Gets the back air there, doesn't KO, but it looks like for Zane, the answer does lie in the clay pigeon if he's able to get it to connect, even on shield. Oh, that's going to be a KO from the boost kick, yeah, from Webb. But even on shield, the clay pigeon has proven difficult for Webb to deal with. It's kind of like he doesn't know when he's going to detonate it. And then he's like, do I drop shield now? I don't want to get any chip damage, especially online. You know, it's going to be much more difficult to get that timing right. So might want to lean on that a little bit. Nice conversion to the up air there. I think it was a B reverse, which will be afterward to get the setup. But it looks like Webb has found their way in, but loses the boxing match. So now it's time for Zane to set up again.
Yeah, one of the very difficult things that has happened to Webb is that would have been so close. Just stealing that stock away. One of the clutch factors of ZSS is always having that nair to boost kick to just grab a stock early on. Luckily, not getting hit by that neutral B as well off the stage. But Webb has just been shut down in his ability to go for these retreating dares, the short hop forwarders, just because Zane's putting everything at the exact right spot where he needs it. So that's any short hop tasers as well. It's so hard for Webb to play the game right now.
Okay. Gets hit by, I think it might be a forwarder or a back there, and then gets shot by the gunman. Pinpoint accuracy, one right to the head. That's going to be a KO found from Zane onto Webb, and now Webb down to their final stock, and this is game 5 of Winners Finals. So if he loses here, we'll be taking a trip down to the losers bracket. We're going to be able to see if Zane is able to keep the pressure going, because Webb needs a comeback.
Webb needs to clutch this out as quick as possible, possibly finding one of those narrative flip kicks out the side of the stage. Currently with, a stock behind, but just trying to control that percent deficit is huge. Play super defensive, play super smart. Not easy to do when you have so many projectiles in your way, but if you can hold it down and just find one of these boost kicks at the side of the stage, he will be able to get this game back into a point where he can maybe snipe one out with one of those narrative boost kicks we saw before.
Man, it does look like it's escaping him ever so slowly, right? I mean, we've got 131% and counting onto Zane right now, but he has 2 stocks. Webb is already over 100% on their final stock here, so this is only a matter of time unless Webb is able to find a stock. The up smash is going to be able to do it. He needs to get like a quick cheesy one, man. You need to get your nair to flip kick at like 35% or something to close this out, or you have to play very, very meticulously, and that's hard to do against Duck Hunt. Frame 1 burst options will eventually whittle you down.
Yeah, finding another flip kick like that, you were able to finally get in like a window of opportunity against Zane. But do you replicate that? Do you get that opportunity? Because now Zane can afford to go in at low percent. Zane can just kind of box with you a little bit and find one of those early kills. And before he gets into a window, it's like, okay, I need to go back and retreat. And we're seeing that so far. The coverage forced him to jump. Webb's currently stuck at the side of the stage. If we see maybe a call out on a short hop jump, that could be the game for Zane. But you see Webb just kind of like trying to keep Zane on the ground as much as possible, hoping to set from mistake that neutral be not going to KO just yet. What do? Don't move.
Whoa. That's terrifying. It's coming down. Back air is going to be enough to secure the KO. And Zane is able to win the Winners Finals 3-2 over Webb in a very kind of meticulously played game 5 there. There wasn't really